Welcome back, gang. If you are just joining in, we are kicking off the Princess Bedroom Makeover series. Now, this is extra exciting for us in our family, in our house, because for the first time, we are going to be having the girls share a bedroom. Now, I might just delay this project as much as I possibly can because I am terrified of them sleeping in the same room. Regardless, we got to get some work done. We're going to make some mistakes along the way. Stay along for the ride. If you have any questions, leave some comments below. Let's get to DIYing.
But to buy wood. Here go, Dada. I found books inside the car.
Think those will work?
No.
What size is that?
VX. Yeah.
First things first, we're going to start by cutting down all our 2x6 boards to the size that we determined for the bed frame and start securing it to the wall.
What's Dada doing?
And my side, Debbie. I like my side.
So 2 sides of the loft bed will be attached to the actual wall. Bang. This part will be sticking out from the wall, and this will be the other long side that'll go along here. So in order to reinforce it, we're either gonna need some sort of a post from the bottom, or we're gonna anchor it from the top. Stay tuned. So I had to do a little bit of fine tuning with the design. Decided to use these hangers, these joist hangers, instead of drilling the side beam to here, because it's gonna be way stronger. Because of that, I had to take 1.5 inches off of these side pieces, so it'll be the same length as your other side. Now I'm gonna put a temporary support down here just to hold my my beam. So I've got a temporary support the same height as the wall support. So we're pretty level there. Now I think I'm gonna put 1 screw in here against the wall to secure it, but allow a little bit of wiggle, and then attach my face piece. So this is gonna need to be cut down, but it's raining outside, so I'm just gonna trim it later. I'm gonna put this clamp at the measured distance, nice and tight. What I'll do is I'll just slide this piece against the clamp to secure it. When you want an extra pair of hands here, height there. Before I drill and fill, let's measure. How did I F that up? Oh! Measure twice, drill once. So just tap my hole already, I guess. That's more square. All right. Oh. Drill and fill. To attach all my 2x6s, I'm using long 1/4 inch lag bolts. I haven't put all my screws in yet, but I think it's pretty good. So got the outside frames of both lofts built. I'm gonna temporarily put Charlotte's bed down here because I'm not gonna be able to finish anytime soon. We're gonna end up painting this wall. We're gonna redesign kind of this whole room. And then again, these are just temporary supports. Gotta anchor it somehow. That, unfortunately, my first YouTube video project has to move. Darn. I'm cutting the pieces that are gonna go underneath the bed to support the mattress. I have this set to 42 inches, so I'm gonna cut 8 of them in a row. You got sawdust in your hair. Oh yeah, you wrote Josh, Mom, and Dad on this one. Always use protection, and I'm not talking about the miter saw. I'm gonna put these little temporary shims, whatever you want to call them, just to hold my 2x4 up. That goes across.
How many words do you need?
How many do I need? Lots of them. And put the joist hangers underneath. Okay, let Kenny do the first one first. Oh, be careful. So I just continue to repeat the process using decking screws and these 2x4 joist hangers. Rinse and repeat, baby. Little measuring hack. You only have 2 hands. I saw this from the guy who installed my IKEA kitchen cabinets. I want to go another 15.5 to right here. I'm going to hold the 15.5 right to my first mark line. Then I'm just going to scrape. Oops. Hold it at 15.5, and then I'm going to scrape it with the tape measure, and then it has a little groove on the wood. Just mark it. All right, so I got all of our supports for the bed. I added a couple blocking pieces in the corners just to secure the plywood. Now it's time to slap the plywood on. This design might be a little overbuilt, but just want to make sure it's safe if there's a bunch of humans up there.
You have to drop down and then you have to climb up.
So I cut down 2 4x8 by 1/2-inch sheets of plywood for both beds, and I'm securing them with 1.25-inch decking screws. Watch out. This might be a little overkill, but I just wanted to make sure that the plywood was secured down to the 2x4s because the mattress is going to go directly on top of it just to keep it from moving.
Gosh, that's so cool.
I want to see this one.
What do you think?
I want to do that one.
So to secure this corner of the bed, what I'm going to do is secure this 2x6 with some through bolts, and then send it up through the drywall up to the attic, and then brace it up top with some through bolts so it'll hold that load on this corner and really lock in our beds so they won't fall. So just make sure your post is level when you're marking your lines to cut through the drywall. Had to trial and error this a couple times, but got it to work. Just a little bit more. Like a glove. And anytime you're drilling into drywall, make sure there's no electrical or plumbing on the other side that you don't know about. Also make sure you're not drilling straight into the joist. Welcome to another edition of Hotter Than the Devil's Dick. We're up in the attic above the Chaw's room again. Here's our hole from our old ceiling fan. We're gonna have to move over so it doesn't hit what I'm building right now, so didn't plan for this. So I'm just gonna fill you in because I didn't have the energy to bring the camera up here while I was doing this, but I went ahead and secured 2 2x6s horizontally across each of these joists, or in between the joists. So what I'm gonna do is drill a 3/8 through hole through both of these 2x6s and go ahead and secure it with 2 big bolts. So then the hanging force from the beds is gonna resist against the ceiling joist. Whew, holy shit. Just a little pointer when working up in the attic, just make sure you have all the tools you need to get the project done and you're not going up and down because that can be quite a bitch. So this guy secured with joist hangers perpendicular to the ceiling joist, and then this guy secured with through bolts, 3/8. I have to move the ceiling fan, that's gonna suck. Back from the hill. So we're secured up top. This is just temporary. Now time to drill for our bolts. So right now, you can't see, but we're at a slight decline to this corner, just due to the weight. And this is like on the carpet and it's kind of sagged. So what we're gonna do, so this is free moving. We're gonna lift this up. We'll clamp it down and then we'll drill our through holes for the bolts. Always check your level in both directions. You could be spot on in one and off in the other. Got our 3/8 bolt nut and washer. If you're using these through bolts, make sure you have washers on each side, because as you tighten this down with this soft wood, these nuts are just gonna pierce right through. Golden. The idea behind this design is to maximize the space underneath the bed. So by securing to the ceiling, we're opening up this space even more. Well, we'll see how it pans out. All right, fun part is pretty much over. Got our floating beds. Pretty solid. Let's see.